Aloha again. Yesterday I sang this song for Richard, and I had a kind of emotional thing, you know. And well, it's not easy when you try to dedicate songs to somebody, and you have some aloha for that person, Just like Brother Gotti. See, Brother Gotti here, he just died. Gordon Gillis, Beach Boy, and he grew up with us on the beach of Waikiki. And this guy I'm talking about, his name is Richard Kao. They call him the Chief. And he and God used to hang out. They surfed at the same spot. So we all grew up together over there. So so when one of us dies, it's like part of the gang, huh? And his brother Richard, and in this newspaper thing, my sister sent me. It's for the 114th birthday of Duke Hanamoko. He was one of us down there. I hate to say it, but I used to surf out there with Duke. When he got in his 60s and stuff like that. I was a kid out there surfing. I talked to him all the time. Anyway, this song is about Brother Richard, and if I may say, Richard was like the innovator of surfing. He was like a hot dog. I mean, he was the best. I mean, you bar none. So a lot of the stuff the kids are doing today, he's trying to do that with a redwood plank surfboard. And in those days we had no fins, right? No skates, so we still with our feet. And that was like in the early 40s, right after the war, because we used to surf all day, every day, and you'd be surprised, like we get in these tubes, right? You figure how can we ride these boards with no skates, in a tube like that. Well, if the kids grow up today with the same boards, I guarantee they'll all be able to surf like that. It just comes natural, if you really want to learn something like surfing, So you learn the art of steering with your feet. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Brother Richard. We not only Richard and I and like Conrad Kuna, and all these guys, Buffalo Kealana, from Maka, with his sons, all out there, they all won the surfing contest, right? Well, we were the first guys that started the contest in 1952. Waikiki Surf Club got together and sponsored that thing out there. Wally Forsythe ran the whole thing. Wally Forsythe, George Downing, and a whole bunch of guys were. 1952, and I got a picture about Maka. My sister sent me this too. All of us guys, I'm in there. My name is Lloyd Kellett and Richard Kao. We're all in there, okay? Judge Downing, you get Pancho Wise, this guy Tom Moore, Holly Kid, Blackout Willie, Buffalo Kealana, bunch of other guys back, at that time. I suppose, it says 1952 in here, but who knows, because we were there during the early 50s, right? Starting this thing. So, so we, like the innovator, we were, like the guys that started off the surfing contest thing. And then we were the first guys, started off the Molokai canoe race. Because I strove for 3 years, 1954 I started. Most of us started in 1954. The years before that, a couple of years before that, they started 51. You only had two canoe surf club and Molokai. They were opening like Aloha Week thing, and and they wanted some publicities. So they race over to Hawaii, but not enough boats, at that time, And plus, nobody knew too much about the channel and how dangerous it was and stuff like that. So, so when these two clubs, did it for a couple of years, they said, oh, it's safe enough. So we all went. I went in 1954. And I wrote a song. It's in my Facebook thing, and it's called Paddle, Paddle, Paddle. Paddle, paddle, paddle. They come in after me. It's about that canoe race. So it tells a story. So you guys should listen to that on Facebook, Lloyd Kellett. You're going to see me singing that song, and it's all about that race. Anyway, this is not about me. This is about Brother Richard. Okay? Now I had to pick a song. And this song was written by Paoakalani. She wrote this song called Ikuupua o Paoakalani. It's about her garden. And talking about her garden, maybe she was talking about the Beach Boys because she lived in Waikiki, way back before my time. At the turn of the century, she's living in Waikiki. About 1899. That's the year my mom was born. So, and at that time she was in jail. When she wrote this song, they had arrested her because they overthrew her government. Bad Holly. Anyway, she wrote the song and she talks about her flowers in her garden. And let me tell you something, like the Beach Boys were her flowers. You get Duka Hanamoku, the most famous of them all. You get Steamboat. The guys, I grew up with. Steamboat was a little older. And they were like in the 30 gang, 20, 30, 40. And we came like in the 50s. We started the beach in the early 50s, So that's our generation. And Richard was one of them, And Richard was like I told you, a good surfer, born on. Okay. Yeah, I was a pretty good surfer too, You know what I mean? Two breezes of my name. Oh, halia, lia, my ana, iau, eku sweet and never fading flower. She blooms at the garden of Paoakalani. Brother Richard, will you join in me? He came out. Sing it, my brother. Ika uka malama aolena ehui elike mekupua ikalai Paoakalani mekupua ikalai Paoakalani. my brother.